Oh, hey, happy National Sausage Pizza Day, everyone. If you don't know who I am, I'm Brian Hernandez. I am the test chef here at PMQ Pizza Media. I'm also the director of the U.S. pizza team. And today, in honor of National Sausage Pizza Day, we decided to just kind of raid our fridge and our pantries and see what we got in the test kitchen to play with. So why don't you guys follow us, and we'll see what we can conjure up for National Sausage Pizza Day. All right, guys, so we're back from rating all of our foodstuffs, and what we found is that we are blessed with an overabundance of Smithfield sausages, the proud Gold Plus sponsor of the United States pizza team. So for this pie, I'm gonna make what I like to call the Smithfield sausage. All right, so first step is to set up our ingredients. First off, our natural casing bias cut sausage, some mozzarella cheese, our vinegar-based slaw, Carolina mustard sauce, and I forgot to mention that we're also going to try the bias cut two ways, diced up and seared a little to get some of that savory pop out of it. So this will be a little softer. You'll still have all that great flavor. This will be a little more on the salty side, maybe a little bit of a crisp to it. It's going to be delicious, I think. First off, we're going to take our Carolina mustard sauce. This one's very dark. Not sure, but it does have a great taste, that's for sure. So I'm going to drizzle just a little bit on here because it is very strong and there will be some more going on later. And I said a little, and I'm on a little bit extra, so don't judge me. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay down a light dusting of some mozzarella, kind of hold my ingredients in place. I'm gonna take some of the bias cut sausage, get some uniform pieces. Since they're pretty big, there's a lot of sausage in there. I don't wanna use a lot of these on this one because as I mentioned, I did want to sprinkle in between some of the gaps, since it is National Sausage Pizza Day, some more sausage. Now this is that same bias cut, diced up and seared a little bit to give it a little more savory kick. So I'm gonna just kind of fill in some of these gaps. That sausage is gonna punch you in the face with flavor. So much flavor that I don't think I want to do too much. Little goes a long way on this, I believe. So now we've got our sausages upon there. I'm gonna put another dusting of mozzarella upon the top. Now I don't wanna cover all the sausage, just kind of fill in again some of those gaps. Get a good coverage on the pie. Cheese to the edges. I did put a little olive oil since we are filming. Gets dried out in here, but also gives a nice little crisp bubble up on when you're putting it in the oven. Giving away all my secrets. You've seen me cook on screens and olive oil in my crust for years. It's because we're filming. I typically don't. But, so this pie is ready to go in the oven. We got 550 as always. It's probably gonna be about 7 to 10 minutes. This is my typical time for my dough recipe. Do it as, accordance with your own. When it comes out, we're gonna put a little bit more of this Carolina mustard sauce. Again, not too much. We're also gonna put on our vinegar-based slaw, however you want. Strips, rows, just on there, you choose. So I'll see you in about 5 minutes. Oh, yeah. I'm getting the wafts of the sausagey goodness. We got some of the olive oil coming up from the crust and the cheese, getting a little bit of bubble. You can see it all crispy. So to finish this off, we're gonna drizzle a little bit more of our Carolina sauce. And I think I'm gonna do stripes. I'm just gonna do it, guys. Thin stripes. This is a recipe I made and it is very vinegary, so I'm gonna go light. But I do think that the flavor is gonna blend well with all the tartness of this is gonna blend well with the sweet of the sauce, and then you got the savory of the sausage, man. You're firing on all cylinders on this. There you have it, folks. This is a beautiful little pizza I like to call the Smithfield sausage. So for this pie, we're gonna make something that I like to call the garlicky truffle shuffle. Let's get all our ingredients set up. Let's start with our Melinda's spicy Parmesan garlic and black truffle sauce. It's gonna be the star of the show for this one, besides the sausage, of course. We have our Smithfield cooked sausage. No, it looks like pepperoni, folks. Trust me, it is not. It tastes like sausage. Shredded mozzarella cheese, and again, some sage, There's way more in this bowl than is needed to spice every dish in the entire world. Less is more, guys. All right, let's start at the beginning, guys. Red sauce. And do about 3 ounces. Probably 2.5 is better for this size pie. I think we're at a 12-inch here. 11-ounce dough ball. Nice thick, pillowy crust. Not too thin in the middle. Next, I'm gonna add my mozzarella cheese. Don't know how much. 5.5, 6 ounces. Next, we're gonna take our thin sliced cooked Smithfield sausages. They look like pepperonis, but they are not. Don't you dare call them pepperoni. You can tell, I don't know if you see, it's slightly lighter, more of a salami color, somewhere in between salami and pepperoni. I never like putting one right in the center because it always gets cut, so I always off kilter it a wee bit. All right, now, basically, simple thing right here. We're gonna add all our sauces and a little bit of sage after the fact, but we're gonna cook it in the pizza oven at 550 degrees for about 7 to 10 minutes or until that crust is golden brown and that cheese is fully cooked and melty. Delicious. All right, we can smell that delicious Smithfield sausage cooking. Let's see what we got. Nice golden brown, some steam coming up. A little bit of curl, a little bit of cup of char on the edge there. Beautiful. We're gonna knock this up flavor-wise a little bit here with Melinda's spicy garlic Parmesan sauce and Melinda's black truffle hot sauce. So again, very spicy, full of flavor. We're gonna go sparingly and alternate. The final piece here again, sage, guys, but smallest amount possible, guys. It's got a lot of flavor, so you want to you don't want big deposits. You want to make sure you're getting it distributed nicely. Again, guys, this is just stuff we had in our kitchen. You guys can do something different in your kitchen, but I haven't tested it. I haven't tasted it. I'm excited to, though. And there we have it, guys. The spicy garlicky truffle shuffle. So for this pie, we're gonna make something that I like to call Mike's Spicy Sunrise. All right, so first step as always is to get our ingredients ready. So we're gonna use some mozzarella cheese and some cheddar cheese for that pop of flavor at the end, as well as some color. Some breakfast sausage, I'll crumble it up. Leftover biscuits, that's our surprise basket ingredient. Some breakfast gravy, and the star of this, bringing that much needed spicy sweetness, Mike's Hot Honey. All right, guys, let's dive right in. First off, your base. We're gonna take our breakfast gravy and we're gonna lather it all up on here. I made it a little thicker than recommended but I tell you what, it came out the perfect thickness. It should be the perfect thickness for any kind of gravy. I have experimented with a biscuit crust in the past. Turns out more like a topographical map of the Rocky Mountains. All right, next up, we're gonna put our cheese all upon here. We're gonna get a good dusting. Nice coverage, it'll get melty and cover up all the spots. I added a little bit of salt, a little extra salt to the gravy, just to give it a little more savoriness, although we do have next our breakfast sausage, which also has a good bit of savoriness. I'm gonna load this up, you know what I mean? All that surface area for flavor is cut down, so we want the bigger chunks. Can't go wrong with sausage on National Sausage Pizza Day, am I right? All right, so next we have kind of the surprise basket ingredient, just leftover biscuits. This is kind of what was the inspiration for the whole thing. So I don't know how this is gonna work. Again, just a test. So I'm gonna crumble some of this up, but not like fine crumbles. I wanna leave some bigger bits so that they get a little bit charred and baked. I'm just scared that they might burn too much, so I'm gonna kind of push them down a little bit in there. Maybe the cheese will melt up around it. I don't know if physics will allow cheese to melt upwards. See, that's gonna probably burn too much. The higher, the more protruding, the more danger. All right, guys. Next, we're just gonna top it off with a little bit of cheddar for color, but most importantly, that sharp cheddar flavor. Get some cheddar on a good omelet. Nothing better than cheddar. All right, I'm gonna clean up my edges here a little bit, make it nice and presentable. All right, guys, so this pie is gonna go in the oven at 550 degrees for about 7 to 10 minutes, or until the crust is golden brown and all the toppings are sufficiently baked and melted. So we'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. All right, so it's been about 6.5 minutes this time. Let's check on this pie. I can smell that sausage coming through. It's getting very hard to wait. All right, look, we got a beautiful golden brown on this. Nice, crispy, bubbly. Look at that. Cheddar's melted nicely. Look, the biscuits didn't get too bad. I'm very happy about that. I'm not gonna lie, I did get in there and turn them over a wee bit, but movie magic, perfect. That's why they call it oven tending and not just oven watching. So final step here on this delicious pizza is going to be Mike's Hot Honey. The inspiration came from the biscuits, had a subtle hint of maple syrup to them. And I figured, why not? Breakfast. Didn't have any maple syrup, but you always have Mike's Hot Honey on hand. So let's give that a shot here. And I am just getting it everywhere because I don't care. I'm the one who's got to clean it up. Well, there you have it, folks. The Mike's Spicy Sunrise. Well, there you have it, folks. Some National Sausage Pizza Day fun that you can have in your homes or your pizzerias. Was my pie delicious? You bet your link it was. Could it have been better? Absolutely. There's always room for improvement. But a good first step, more sausage. I'm your host, Brian Hernandez. I'll see you guys next time. But until then, keep those ovens lit.